So hello, you're welcome to our YouTube channel. This is a sewing tutorial of how to sew and draft the button-down shirt. Firstly, we just go straight into the video. Firstly, we're going to take our guideline. This guideline is marker 29 because that's what's the letter I want to use for the front pattern, 29 inches. So apart from that one, all the measurements will be on your screen. So the first I'm going to take here is my vertical measurement. This is shoulder to feet, which is 17. So I'll draw a straight line on 17. And I will also go to the hip and draw a straight line on the hip. The hip here is 25. That's the hip is 25. So I'll draw a straight line at 25. And of course, the 29 will be the hem of the shirt. That's the edge of the paper. So the next thing here, I'm going to take the button placket, which is 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. I'll mark. And of course, draw a straight line on that point now. So I've drawn a straight line. I'll draw a straight line now on that point. Please don't forget this is the 2.5 for the button placket. So the next I'm going to do now is the shoulder. I'll first take ½ inch. This ½ inch is where all the measurements will start from. This is my button placement, where I'm going to place my buttons. So ½ inch. That's where all the measurements will start from. So the shoulder now, my shoulder is 18, half of it will be 9. I'll also take 9 at the other side of the body so that I'll have a straight line. So now I can have a straight line. So this is a straight line. Okay. On that line, I'll come down 2 inches downward for the shoulder slant. For the shoulder slant, 2 inches downward. And I'll draw straight to my front. So on this part now, I will use the formula chest divided by 6. The answer is 7 because my chest is 42. So the answer is 7. So on that point now, I'll draw a straight line, which will become my chest line. On that point where I have the 7 inches now, that becomes my chest line. On the chest line, I will take chest divided by 4 plus 1.5. My chest is 42, divided by 4 is 10.5, plus 1.5 is 11.5. So I repeat the same measurements throughout the body. The reason why I'm doing this is because my hip and my chest are the same. So I'll repeat the measurement throughout the body. So I'm going to join them together with a straight line, which I'm doing right now. And on the feet line, I'm going to come in inward. Before then, let me just label them first so we won't get confused. My hemline, then my chest line. Is my chest line. So on the feet line, I will come inward by 6/8 inches to give fitting to the shirt. I will come in inward 6/8 inches, and I will join them with the line with my pattern master. Voila. Okay, that's not all. I will still go from that down part. I'll go up by 2 inches to give a style line to the down of the shirt. And at the M now, I'll divide it by 2. Divide it by 2. Would bend into 2. And I'll place a mark there. And of course, I'll give a wavy line to meet with that point where I marked 2. Okay, so let's go to the armhole now. The armhole, I'll divide that 7 into 2 to get the middle. No, that place was 7. Divide into 2 to get the middle. I'll put a mark there. And coming inward by 6/8 inches. That's 6/8. So I'll connect that shoulder tip straight down to my armhole using my pattern master. So voila, we are done with the front part. So I'll just make some, that's the front, I'll just label them and also put the values. Then after which I'm going to cut this front part to construct the back. So I'm going to cut the front now. Let me take out the tapes first. So I'll cut from the paper. Okay. In case you're not clear with what I was saying earlier on, you can please rewind the video for you to get a clearer point of what I'm saying. Okay. We are done with the cutting. Let me clear this part off first. Okay. So I would love to create the placket now. After spreading this paper, as you can see, I want to create the placket. So what I'm going to do, I will fold 1/2 inch first in front. Although this process, we also repeat it when we are making when we are constructing the shirts, the fabric. We will repeat this process again. So I'm going to fold 1/2 inch first in front here, 1/2 inch. Please just repeat what you see me do. I'll fold 1/2 inch first. Fold 1/2 inch. This is to secure the raw edges. I'll fold 1/2 inch. Then fold 1 inch. So this will form the button placket. Although I will also repeat this one on the fabric, but just for us to construct the back, we need to fold this one properly. Voila. Okay, we are done with this front. These are plackets, a button placket. So you place the front in a new sheet of paper, making sure that it's go out from the paper by 1/2 inch. As you can see, 1/2 inch on those side because of the button. Then from the slanted shoulder, you take 4 inch upward. 4 inch upward. And you draw a line there. 4 inch upward. And you draw a line. So now we are going to use the neck formula, which is neck divided by 8. Neck divided by 8 is 2 1/8 plus 1/2 inch is 2 5/8. Please, this 2 5/8 should start after the 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch you put for button allowance. Then you mark for the front and also mark for the back 2 5/8. You mark for the back 2 5/8 and also from the front. Like I said, it should start before that 1/2 inch. So for the back now, we also add 1 inch extra. You can see the 1 inch now. Extra. After that 2 5/8, we add 1 inch extra. And 2 5/8 and 1 inch extra. Are you seeing it? So take note. They will go down by 2.5 inches. We go down by 2.5 inches. Then use your pattern master or your armhole curve to connect it to that 1 inch. Please don't connect to the 2/8. 2/5/8. Connect to the 1 inch. That's the 1 inch after the 2/5/8. Like so. So it's wider at that point. You can zoom to see it clearly. So whatever you have left for the shoulder in front, you take it at the back. Whatever the shoulder is from that point there, you repeat it at the back. Okay, to your back. So that the outlining will be equal when you are sewing. The two shoulder will be equal. So you come in front and take 1/2 inch where you overlap the back to the front. 1/2 inch in front and you rule a line there. In front, rule a line. That's good. So now we're going to cut the back out. We'll cut the back. And of course, we'll put a notch at that shoulder point there. Cut the back. Just repeat what you see me do. I put a notch at the shoulder point, yes. Then you bend to overlap the 1/2 inch you took in front. Just overlap it. Then now you can cut the 2.5 away from it at the back neck. Remove the 2.5. So we are done with the back. We want to calculate the front neck. At this point, you say neck divide by 4 inches. So before that, we'll take the shoulder measurements, which is half shoulder measurement plus 1/2 inch. That is 9.5. Your mark is there, 9.5. 9.5. So you can cut now. When you cut, you notice that there's a bit of allowance, 1/2 inch allowance around the armhole. Please don't cut it the same. There's a bit of allowance around the armhole. For the other side, they're all the same. You can cut the body is the same. Don't add to it. Cut it the way you see me do it now. And at the down, I added 1 inch to the back because I want my back of my shirt to be longer than the front. So I added 1 inch to the back. Then I will blend at the side. When you're done with that, we'll go back to the neck to calculate the neck depth. Okay. Okay, to calculate the neck depth, you say neck measurement divide by 4 inches. The neck divided by 4, put a tape there. Okay, the neck divided by 4 is 4/2/8. 4/2/8. Are you seeing it? 4/2/8. We'll take that one first, 4/2/8. And also go down by 1/2 inch. So we'll take the 1/2 inch now. 4/2/8 first, then 1/2 inch. You go down by 1/2 inch. So you can now construct using, you draw a line there. Draw a straight line on the 1/2 inch, not the 4/2/8 now, on the 1/2 inch. Then you will use your pattern master or your armhole curve to construct the depth of the neck. Okay, the depth. So we'll construct it now. Please note the 4/2/8 is the 1/2 inch below. You go down by 1/2 inch. So I'll cut it out now. Like I said, not the 4/2/8. We went down by 1/2 inch. So please take note. Okay, we are done with both the back and the front. You can still see the button allowance in front now, the 1/2 inch button allowance. Okay, we are done with that. But we've not done the armhole for the sleeve. Let's measure the armhole. Please take note, when you measure this armhole, whatever the value is, you will have to minus 1.5. Whatever the value is, minus 1.5, that's what you use to construct your sleeve. I will tell you when to use that measurement. So now first I will draw a straight line as my guideline. Straight. And I will take the length of my sleeve, which happens to be 10 inches. 10 inches and 1.5 for the turning allowance, making it 11.5. So I'll mark 10, I'll mark 11.5. And I will draw my lines there. I'll first draw at 11.5, then at the 10 inches. I told you that you measure the armhole and minus 1.5. Your new value now, that's what you use for this point here. I think it's 9/6/8. Because my armhole was 11/2/8. So minus 1.5 is 9/6/8. So you draw your line there. This will give you an accurate armhole measurement. Okay, on that line now, you go downward by 5 inches. As shown, just go down by 5 inches. Then connect with a straight line to the sleeve tip. When we connect this line now, we'll shade the line into 4 using our tape. We get the measurements and also shade the line into 4. This is 1 and another one. So this is into 4 now. You mark, and mark again. So you're having 3 points there. Just draw some slanted line across them. 2 and 3. So on the first line, you go down by ½ inch. On the first line, ½ inch. The second one, you don't touch it at all. The third one, you go up by ½ inch. Then with your armhole curve, you join the points together. You join the points together. Voila. Please just do it the way you see me do it. If you cannot see it clearly, just zoom it. Okay, we are done with that. Let's go to my bicep line. That's that 10. My bicep is 14 plus ½ inch on allowance will be 15. So half of 15 is 7.5. So I'll mark 7.5, then connect it to my armhole points there. Voila. So I'm done with the sleeve, so I'll cut it out. Please just repeat all this pattern on the fabric. The way it's cut on the pattern now, place it on the fabric and cut it exactly. Don't add anything to it. Cut it the way you see it here. So you're almost done with the sleeve. Just to cut it out from the pattern. Okay. Okay, we are done with this. So all we have to do is to cut them on the fabric. So yes, we cut the front of the fabric. Like I said earlier on that we have to create the plackets here. So first and foremost, I will separate the fabric into 2. This is the 2 front, both right and left. So I will fold ½ inch to conceal the raw edges. I will iron properly. Then also fold 1 inch to form the plackets. I did this procedure during the pattern cutting process. Like I told you earlier on, that I will repeat it during when I'm cutting the fabric. So that's what I'm doing now. So we form our 1 inch button placket. To keep it flat, I will introduce the felt, what you call hem stay. Whatever you call it is okay. And sprinkle some water, then iron it properly. So whatever you do to this side, you repeat it for the other side. So I'm just going to turn and repeat. I'd have loved to do it off camera, but since the beginner's class, I want to do it so you don't get confused. Half inch to conceal the edges, then 1 inch to create the placket. After which you introduce your felt or your hem stay, sprinkle a bit of water, then iron it flat. It's as simple as that. You will notice that we don't have a neck yet. Is on purpose, is intentional. I will cut the neck later. So just create your 1 inch button placket. Okay, we are done with the fronts. So we place this front now. I'm done with the front. We'll place it somewhere and create the sleeve. You can see the sleeve. Just cut the sleeve exactly the way we created the pattern. Cut it exactly the way we created the pattern. So you also fold half inch to conceal the edges. Half inch to conceal the edges. And you fold. Of course, you introduce your felt to keep it flat. Put it there. Whatever you do to this sleeve will also affect the other one. So whatever you do here, you repeat it for the other one. So you iron properly. And those long edges, you just trim them out. Those long edges, yes, just trim them out. Okay, you fold carefully. Okay, so we'll move straight to, you can see we have the sleeve. This is the two fronts. And of course, this is the back. You just cut the back. This is the back. So we now have the back, but we don't have, something is missing. We have to cut the yoke, the back yoke. So we place the back on another fabric, folded fabric, and make sure that the center back is about 6 inches from that cut. Yes. And you just repeat the back pattern as shown. Just cut it the way I'm cutting it right now. But make sure at the back there you have up to 6 inches at the center back. So you pick the back now. That's the yoke. And you iron the raw edges. Fold half inch inward and iron. You can fold up to 1 inch. You be the judge. Just fold it carefully. The reason is just to conceal the raw edges and nothing more. So you fold properly. So we now have the back yoke. The next thing I'm going to do here is to sew those points you see me touch now. Sew those points because the first will not hold it for long. So you sew those points. You sew the sleeve and you also sew the front, the button placket. You sew them. You sew the other side. So I'll go and sew them and bring them back. I'll do that off camera. So I'm done sewing. I've sewn the sleeve, both sleeves, and I've also sewn the edge of the plackets, the bottom plackets. So now I'm going to arrange it the way you are supposed to sew it. Please place the back flat. Let the wrong part face you. Then you place the front the way you see me do them. The right side to the right side, the left side to the left side. Make sure that the shoulder tip is outlining very well. So you place your back yoke just the way you see me do it. And make sure the three shoulders are outlining very well. So you sew that part. You sew that part. Sew the shoulders now. So I'll pin them first so it will fall apart. Okay. After pinning, and I will sew that place you see me pin. When you sew it, the three of them will become one. So you sew that point and sew the other side. I will sew them and bring them back. So I'm done sewing. I will iron properly. I'm done sewing. I'll just iron properly. And I'll fold it to the back. When I fold to the back, you can see the yoke still not attached to the back. So I will iron properly. I'll iron the back yoke to the back and introduce my hem stay to keep it flat at the back. I will iron first. After ironing, you have to sew the neck too. Put your hem stay at the back to keep it flat. You can sprinkle a bit of water. Please don't soak, just sprinkle a little water to it. And iron properly. So you now sew that point, that place. You sew there, you sew the neck and sew the shoulders. I will sew it and bring it back when I'm done sewing. So I'm done sewing. You iron properly. You've sewn this part now. We iron properly. So now we're going to attach the sleeve to the shirt. So we'll mark the tip. Just do it the way you see me do it. I'll mark the tip here on the shirt and also mark it on the sleeve. So I'll place the marked points on both sides. The sleeve and the shirt, I'll place them together and sew them. Sew it round on both hands. And I'm done sewing, I'll also bring it back. So I'm done sewing. At this point here, you see this place I'm touching right now. I have to use the overlocking machine to weave that part. That's the serger. Use the serging machine to lock that part. So I'm just going to close the side and also serge it too. I'll overlock the side too. I will sew it and overlock it. So this is a please do well to watch our collar construction. Is not yet. I've done the video before, so just go back on the playlist and watch it on the playlist. It's there. So you cut out your collar stay or collar interface, place it on the plain fabric, then cut it round where you see me do it now, with the sewing allowance at the edge. But at this down part, let it be 1 inch at this down part. While at this other side, let every one of it be half inches or half inch rather. Just cut half inch round. Then at this down part, cut it exactly. Don't leave any space. Cut it exactly the way you see me do now. Cut it exactly. So you duplicate this too. Okay, that's the duplicates, and you duplicate the other one as well too. So we are done duplicating them. So you sew it round, you leave it down, just sew that top round. Then this other part, which is the collar stand, that place where you have the 1 inch, you notch and bend it using your iron. You notch and bend the way you see me do it. This is the under. You bend it. You bend it. And you sew that part that you bend now, you sew it 2/8 inches. You sew it on that part. You sew those ones round. I will sew them and bring them back. Okay, I've sewn them now. Please don't sew on the white interface. Don't sew on the white surface. So you cut the edges so that you can have a pointy edge. Please don't cut any thread. If you cut any thread, you ruin the color. Then trim out the excesses. Please don't cut the thread. Cut out the excesses like so. They'll flip it out. Flip it out. Flip it out. Okay, push gently. Please don't push too hard so you don't ruin the color. Pull gently. Then you press gently as well too. Just press it the way you see me do it now. Press it down. If you have any question to ask us, please do well to write it at the comment section. And if you have come this far, please like and subscribe to our channel so that the algorithm will recommend us to other subscribers or other viewers rather. So now I'm going to put this one and attach it to the collar. This collar stand I will attach to the collar. But first, I'm going to look for the middle. I'll look for the middle and notch. I will notch the middle for the collar and also notch the middle for the collar stand. This is the collar now. I'll notch the middle. Please let the part that have the collar stay on both collar stand and collar be together. So I'll just look for the middle. I'll look for the middle. After trimming the excesses, I'll look for the middle. Voila. Okay, that's the middle. I will notch. I will place them together and sew. So I'm done sewing. I'll bring it back and iron properly. If you look carefully, you'll see that the other duplicate of the collar stand is just lying there. There's a reason for it. That's what we use to close the raw edges. We'll make use of it. So you iron flat. You iron flat. Okay, fold and also iron as well too. So we'll bring that duplicate now and use it to close the edges. We'll just sew round. Sew the edges round like that. We'll just sew it round. When we are done, we'll bring it back. So I'm done sewing. I'll just flip it through. Just flip it through. Okay, that's it. And flip the other side through. Okay. I will press gently. So we're almost done. I'll press gently. If you look carefully, you notice that there's so much allowance at the collar stand, at the down of the collar stand. We will trim the parts away so that we only have the sewing allowance left. That's too big for sewing allowance. So we'll trim the excesses away, remaining just the sewing allowance, which should be about 2/8 or 3/8 inches. Okay. So we iron it and look for the middle. I want to attach it to the shirt now. We'll look for the middle. Just notch a bit. You can see notch a bit. Then you pick the shirt now. You pick the shirt now. And also look for the middle at the back neck, and also notch a bit. You notch a bit at the back neck. And there's a way I sew my collar. I will place this notch together at the back neck. Yes, so that this one stays inside. I will sew this back first, then place the front to this side of the collar so we don't have any spill. You can see some collar will spill out. I'll repeat on the other side and also place it and sew before I sew everywhere. So we are done with the collar now. We are finished sewing the collar to the shirt. You iron properly and fold backward. When you fold, you make sure that there's a 2/8 inches coming out from the stand. The stand should not appear in front. The collar should overlap the stand by 2/8 inches. If you have come this far, thank you very much. We are done with the shirts. Do well to subscribe and also like our channel. Till we see you again, we'll say bye bye and have a lovely day. Bye bye.